Hey there, besties. All right, you already know Amanda Seales would have something to say. I don't understand why we got to get into any of this, but whatever. Amanda Seales refuses to show Charlie Kirk any empathy after learning he'd been fatally SHOT'd in Utah. He said people have to be sacrificed to protect GUNs. I'm not sure why she is required to show empathy or sympathy, honestly, at the end of the day. Whatever. Here we go.
I can't have empathy for someone like Charlie Kirk. First of all, Charlie Kirk don't believe in empathy. He said it's a bad thing. He said it's some new age made up shit. He also said people got to be sacrificed in order to protect guns. If he was saying that while fighting for reparations, I may have a little bit of empathy. But this white on white violence, he died? Damn, B. Life comes at you fast. I can't have empathy for someone like Charlie Kirk because I cannot be in his shoes. I have no frame of reference for that. I have no cognizance for that. There literally is nothing about his existence that I can relate to. So I don't have I can't have empathy for someone like Charlie Kirk. First of all, Charlie Kirk don't believe in empathy. He said it's a bad thing.
Imagine anyone worried about something that they're going to do based off of someone else. See, I find ignorance in this statement, in her statements, because there's no point in even addressing it. Like, y'all already know, I ain't got no empathy, I ain't got no sympathy. I don't need to address it. I don't need to make it specific to anyone. I believe in accountability, and your choices have consequences. Accept what those consequences are. That's it. That's all. Message ain't changed from that. The other messages, which ain't even got nothing to do with Amanda, is that people shouldn't be taking people on up out of here. But the tit for tat can continue with the tatting for tit, right? Because as soon as, God forbid, something happens to a black person by way of a white person, because any other time colors don't care, don't be upset, Black Lives Matter, don't be there, nobody comes in to say this ain't right, we need to do something, blah, 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 blah. And then the white people say something, everybody gonna be all riled the fuck up. So I guess everyone can continue to just be childish and say, well, since it happened to them, now I'm gonna do the same thing that they did, and back and forth and back and forth. Have the fuck at it, right? You have the right, like they were discussing on RLV show the other day, to say what you want. And I'm not saying there's not going to be no consequences to anything that anybody is doing. Now, I know there's going to be some consequences to some people, especially those people over there on TikTok that are wilding the F out. Imagine being happy that somebody is deceased when you know damn well ain't nobody getting out of here alive. Let me be the one to let y'all know, in case you forgot, ain't nobody getting on up out of here alive. What's going on in various places that disproportionately affects Black people, that's not the focus. Ever, never, no way. Why don't people seem to see that the focus with these pro-Blacks is always on fucking white people? Always on fucking white people. Can't stand them, don't want them around, you can't do shit for me, you steal everything from us, you ain't shit, you stole this, you made us slaves, you did that, blah, 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 on down the line. White supremacy, discrimination, and racism. And saying, make sure that you colors focus on that, just like this right now. Make sure you don't have no empathy or sympathy for Charlie Kirk. I'm not saying that she said that. I'm just saying, be focused on, making sure that you remember what he said, whatever the hell that was, child, because I'm not focused. I've never been focused on Charlie Kirk. So, child, I don't even know what the hell he did besides go to college campuses and debate people asking dumbass questions. Let's go ahead and make sure we get out here and fan the flames, because they do it, because white people do it too. Because white people do it too. And where does that get the Black people moving forward? Reparations, more whatever, to stop being disproportionately affected. Be concentrating and focused on the shit that don't even matter. And these celebrities, pro-Blacks, be keeping Black people hemmed up with this mess, in my opinion.
empathy because I have no connectivity.
I understand.
I have more connectivity to someone who is a complete stranger that dies of a drug overdose than I do to someone like Charlie Kirk.
No, I would have no closer relation to that person than I do to Charlie Kirk. That don't even make no sense. Why? Are you an addict?
Because life is hard.
Oh my God. I need somebody to help me understand. I can have empathy for a drug addict because life is hard.
And I understand that. Because it takes very little for someone to end up committing themselves to an existence of numbness.
So then does that mean that she has empathy for Joe Biden's son, Hunter? Because child, if he wasn't out here on the corner of 9th and King on top of a car, lighting up, and one of the most famous drug addicts, and who had a weapon, mind you, who had a weapon, he probably had more, that he got his deceased brother's wife, whom he started an affair with, to be able to drop it daggone off in a trash can to cover for shit, allegedly. Because I'm not sure the story exactly, but allegedly. So Mandy, you got empathy for Joe Biden's son?
I understand that. That man got...
I don't understand it. I don't understand it with a drug addict. I don't understand it with Hunter Biden. I don't understand it. There's no relationship with me in any way, shape, or form.
Murdered at 31 at a college event in the middle of a sentence talking about black gangs. What a way.
Why are y'all saying that he was talking about black gangs when he was answering a question about masses with regard to ABCDs? This is a smart person. This is allegedly a smart person. I'd be so confused how people just be listening to people who don't even get that, who don't even know what they're talking about. So y'all really do associate, you black people really do associate when somebody says gang violence to black people. Wow. Wow.
Way to go. O'Shrill. He was actually taken out by an old white man in one of the whitest, whitery, witty whites states in existence. Empathy, because
So when white people start getting onto the internet and they start saying, oh, well, taken out by famous people, not regular crazy ass people in the comments, famous people start getting up on this internet and start saying after something happens, allegedly, tragically to a black person, however it happened, and it becomes a big thing. And they sit up there and they start talking about, well, it was the black in the blackest of the blackest neighborhoods. You know, he was in Oakland and blah, 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 blah. Then child, that's it. That's all. There should be no outrage and nobody should say anything, because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And this right here, because I don't even understand why anybody even listens to Amanda Seales. She will turn on any and everybody. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. And this is a pro-black. Shout out to Issa Rae. Child, and anybody else that I might not know. She's so pro-blackity, black. Whenever something happens to her, it's about her, regardless of whether they black or not. So it's like a pick and choose. It's like a pick and choose.
Have no connectivity. I have more connectivity to someone who is a complete stranger that dies of a drug overdose. He didn't get murked in Watts now. They took him out in Utah. They said Lady Oleana. I want you to know it was us. Ain't no way it was a black man that took that man out. Not no Utah. Right as that bullet hit him, that man was in the middle of talking shit about gangs. White on white crime. These thugs, y'all. These thugs. Yes.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that thought that she ate with all this and that, yeah, Amanda, because one minute y'all love Amanda and the next minute you can't stand Amanda. Back and forth, child. This be part of the problem at the end of the daggone day. listening to people that really don't have your best interest at heart, that really want you to do what they want you to do. And don't forget who makes these people famous when they turn around and turn on your asses, right? Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to appeal to Black people. But I'm telling Black people to remember, if when the roles are reversed and white people come out and start doing this shit, just remember, this is not good for anything. Now, nothing that she's doing and saying is not good for anything and anybody, excuse me, except for Black people that want to be incensed and riled up. So the comment says, she repeated what he said. Some of you Black folks on here are cringy because you know it's required in your life for you to know what every white person has ever said so that you can understand what the fuck Amanda Seales is talking about, right? Anyway, Amanda went from uninvited to the cookout to front row seat. She has literally did her due diligence in defending Black America. There you go. He said empathy is a made-up word. He also said awful things about Breonna Taylor and more. Amanda said nothing wrong. Cool. Maybe he did. I don't know anything about that. There you go. So then everybody's justified in what they do. Don't forget that allegedly, probably, the reason why Charlie got taken on up out of here is something that he said. So everybody keep talking. Everybody keep talking. I'm with you when you're right. Oh, okay. Dear Black people, I love us. He said he didn't believe in empathy, so I don't know what y'all want folks to do. Nobody is cheering, but like, okay, moving along. I'm not believing in empathy. I mean, I believe in empathy, but it got to be a particular situation. It's got to be a particular situation. I ain't giving up no empathy just because. Every situation is a result of an action. Is a result of an action. But I'm going to stand by. People shouldn't be out here taking people out just because they don't believe in what the hell it is that they believe in. Why Black people are thinking that a Black person did this is beyond me. That is the last place to go. But then Black people be the first people talking about white people being racist when y'all the ones that keep bringing up race in this matter. This ain't got nothing to do with Black people. This ain't got nothing to do with Black people, but you hear the word gang violence and you're associating that with Black people. Is that white people's problem or is that a Black person problem? Are we forgetting that this is the same man who said even if his 10-year-old daughter was raped, he will still make her carry on with the pregnancy? I don't have no empathy for this man either. So he believed what he believed. I mean, whatever. That sounds crazy to me, but y'all, what does that have to do with y'all? Y'all sure did know a lot about what the fuck Charlie Kirk was talking about, what he was saying and who he was talking to. I don't know nothing except him showing up at college campuses and listening to crazy people ask crazy ass questions. But that's okay because I got more important things to spend my time on to build fucking wealth as opposed to focus on white people that have absolutely nothing to do with my life. But that's just me. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Make sure you like this daggone video. Subscribe if you are new. Make sure you comment. I see you all in the next one.